Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. It's a cracking Saturday, clouds burnt off, and a beautiful day indeed. A beautiful summer Sydney day. Anyway, let's go on a bit of a walk and talk. I'm up here on the Cahill walkway, as you can see, and what we're going to do is we're going to cover a book summary today. And the book summary that we're going to go through is called Wonderland. Wonderland by an author named Stephen Johnson. So let's just go through this book summary and we'll see where it leads us. But as you can tell, the book is all about basically getting the most out of our lives and having a look at what creates Wonderland in some people's lives, and yet other people never get to experience it. But the author basically brings something to our attention, the importance of being a bit of a dabbler and the art of being curious. Because what the author suggests in this book is that you will find the future wherever people are having the most fun. What a wonderful, wonderful way of looking at the world. So it's all about purpose, it's all about fun. So you'll find the future where people are having fun. It's a really, really interesting and empowering way of looking at it. So I guess the key message from this book is to follow your heart and to do the things that you really, really enjoy, because by doing what you enjoy will most probably mean that you're going to create the greatest value to yourself and to those around us. And the author also makes it very, very obvious as well that coincidence plays a vital role when it comes to discovery. But in order to have coincidence, you need to be involved. You need to be action-oriented. You need to be doing things, because coincidence is not going to happen in a place where there's nothing taking place or there's laziness abound. So then the author then takes it and changes gears and gives us another sort of a technical look at to why we are at our best when we're having fun, and why we are at our most creative, and why we can add the most value when we're having fun. Because what the author suggests in terms of innovation is that brilliant discoveries, and this is really, really important, so listen up if you can. Brilliant discoveries come about because our brain is primed to look for innovation when we play. So just remember back when you were a kid, how play was such an important part of our lives. And as we get older, we become less prone to playing and more prone to being serious, being boring, being measured in everything we do. And then we wonder why we don't achieve all that much, we don't have very much fun, because we're basically not primed to get the most out of our brain and to get the most out of our lives. Because our brain, to a certain extent, by the looks of it, has switched off, is turned off, and is not primed to look for discoveries or to look for innovation, because it's just in hibernation. But if we live with curiosity, if we live childlike, again, is what this book is suggesting, and we look at the world and we look at the people and we look at circumstances and everything around us through child's eyes, every time we are surprised or find something new, believe it or not, we get a hit of dopamine, which is a pleasure hormone, which prompts us to continue to look for more and more surprises. And that's why children never give up. You know, when they're excited, when they're happy, they just want you to keep on going. For example, yesterday I was in the pool with my 3-year-old, my 3-year-old granddaughter, who's 13 now, she's a three-nager, as her mother calls her. And every time I do a bomb in the pool, she would get so excited and just continue to ask me to do it over and over again until I got so bloody exhausted that I said enough is enough. But it just goes to show you that a young child can find enjoyment over and over again by watching the same thing. Because what you learn and what you find out is that curiosity in our life is very addictive. And the reason why curiosity is addictive is because of those pleasure hits. Every time we are surprised, so a surprise is something which is good. Every time we are surprised and find something new, we get a little hit of dopamine, which prompts us to want more surprises. And that is one of the things that we need to foster and we need to encourage more of in our lives, rather than to be just boring, old, middle-aged people. Because the other thing we need to understand is that our minds are much more open when we play, and our brains are more likely to be less skeptical and trusting and capable of making new connections in unknown ways. It's really interesting, and it's a real powerful way to live your life, and that is to be open to fun, open to curiosity, open to excitement. Every time I see the Manly Ferry come in and just churn up that water, I get excited, I get surprised, and no doubt I'm getting a dopamine hit to my brain right now, which reminds me and kicks it on and makes it even more special and more fun, regardless of how old I am. So what they're saying is that you can change, and society can change based on the types of games that we play with friends and family. So it's important to be playful. Now, I've got friends of mine who say that they're behnidyadas, and it's important, and it's a very, very powerful concept to be playful and to continue to be playful to those around you, because playfulness opens up your life to a new wonderland, is what this author is suggesting. So, and also we need to understand is that we need to be part of many games. We need to be willing to participate in games that other people play, to so that we are also behnidyadas, or playful, so that we engage in games and we are in a tete-a-tete and we reciprocate in games and not be the party pooper. You know, how many friends do you have? How many people do you know who are just, dead boring, and the death of conversation and social and being social at a party? You go to a dance or you go to a function or a wedding, and they're the ones who will sit at their table with long faces all night long. It's just painful to watch. And you say to yourself, well, look, you've come to a social function, you've come to celebrate. Then there's an expectation that you need to be able to celebrate and play the game with everybody else, and not to be closed in your own little world. So I guess the important thing is that we all need to be on notice, that we need to remain playful and not to disrupt the flow of games, otherwise you'll be exercised or removed from the social teams that you're in. But you need to learn how to play, and don't come up with excuses regarding why you can't play and what the challenges are that you face in your life. By all means, have challenges, but keep them to yourself. Nobody wants to know your problems. Nobody wants to know why you're unhappy. They just want you to be willing to let your hair down and play the game and be part of the group when you're in the group. So next time you play a game with friends and family, think of how it affects the way we view the world. And also, we need to understand that a lot of the things that surround us, the media, TV, soap opera, reality TV, Facebook, Instagram, all the things that we see day in, day out, influence the games or the perception of the game that is being played around us. So, on the one hand, you need to play the game. On the other hand, you need to also be cautious that you don't get caught up playing the games that other people play, which don't serve you. So, just a small little warning from this book. But the important thing is, and the important message is that you need to be playful. You need to be open. You need to dabble. You need to be curious in order for your brain to open up and for you to experience Wonderland. And brilliant discoveries come because your brain is open, because you're primed to look for innovation and to look for things, to look for solutions. So just be aware that all the problems that we face, in many ways, the solutions are there, but we need to open up, we need to be playful, and we need to be receptive to the solutions and the answers. And it comes by being curious, by being hopeful, and being a player is the bottom line. In Greek, να είμαστε παιχνιδιάριδες, να παίζουμε τη ζωή, to play with life and not to be just a spectator, but to be the grand participant. Anyway, let's finish up there. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable. And most importantly, let's take some valuable lessons from this awesome book that we went through today. Let me just find my my place, and to understand that Wonderland, the book Wonderland from Stephen Johnson, provides a number of little life hacks that we can use to enjoy a better life, and to understand that coincidence doesn't just come about, but comes about because our mind is open and we are playing and we are in the right place at the right time to make the most of each and every opportunity as and when it presents itself. So thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow from a different place, different location, with a different message, but hopefully something that will lift us, get us through the morning, get us through the day, and enable us to live, learn, and pass it on. Take care, σας αγαπάω. Φιλάκια from Jim's 5 a.m. Club. Take care. Bye bye. And have a good rest of the day.